Hello anybody, and welcome to Let's Play Super Mario RPG. I'm Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and today we're going to be starting this new, or not RP, an LP, featuring the Mario Gang in their first RPG outing. I can't believe I just kind of said, like, the Mario Gang. Why? Okay, I'm going to be stopping that. We are going to be watching this opening sequence, even if it runs for a couple minutes, because this is not really, you don't really see that this often. And it does have a really good music track that plays throughout its duration. And it does have a lot of little snippets from the game. So Super Mario RPG, there's a lot to say, and there's a lot to get through that we're going to be getting throughout the course of the game. Back in 1996, I believe, is when this game came out, toward the end of the Super Nintendo's life cycle, developed by Square. This was back when Mario games weren't really known for much other than their platforming games and the occasional spin-off. But nothing as major as like, oh hell, by the way, that was Mallow. We're gonna see him later on. But yeah, Mario games weren't really known for having much of anything of a story or an RPG element, and I think the reason that they named this game Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, is because, well, the reason they put the RPG right in the title is because they didn't want to alienate any potential fans who went in buying the game thinking it was a standard Mario game. They wanted it to be clear that they were getting into a different genre, but with, oh hello Gino, the most popular character to come out of this game, we'll get to you in a while. But they didn't want to, I don't think they wanted to alienate anybody by accident. They wanted them to know straight up that Mario was going to ease them into a new genre of gaming. And at the same time, it kind of probably worked the other way, maybe, perhaps. Although I think it was more introduced Mario players to RPG players than the other way around. I do believe that there was some intent of, like, crossing the audience gap of like getting the RPG players into possibly the Mario games, because there are platforming elements in this game. King Bowser, you are the best character in this game by far. But yes, I do believe though that this was mostly meant for Mario players more than RPG players, because as a this is definitely a beginner's RPG. It's not like, say, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, which at times outright insulted the intelligence of its players, but it's still fun. You don't have to be a beginner to enjoy Mario RPG, and its simple systems and its simple party members. It's never really super hard or challenging. It has a very simple battle system, very simple mechanics, but it also has the platforming aspects, and what I find to be its strongest point is its amusing writing, because the Mario RPGs have always done best in the category of comedy. Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars also stands out among the rest in that because it was developed by Square rather than in-house by like Intelligent System or Alpha Dreams, that it has the most distinctive personality, like the least Mario, I would say, and there are reasons for that. Hello, Wario! That's not Wario. But other than Wario, who's not Wario, we have Princess Toadstool, who this was before her name changed to Princess Peach in the West. She was still Peach in Japan, but anyway. Here we have an opening shot of this castle, and all these characters are together in Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, 1996. So yeah, incidentally, if you haven't started any files on this game, that sword would not be sticking out of the castle. They kind of wanted to keep that a secret, so sorry, but the sword was also on the box of the game, so I don't know who they think they were fooling. So even though I have, like, 2 files there, it doesn't matter, because I already had one failed recording, because my microphone decided it wanted to be the thing that recorded instead of the game audio, and we need the game audio. So I'm gonna make this joke again about my name fitting perfectly and just hit done and throw us right into the game, which is a rehash of the opening cutscene. Oh, and everything's all anti-aliased and pixely and oh. Bowser sprite gets me every time. So our story begins, as many Mario stories begin, is with the kidnapping of a princess, namely Peach, and Mario, who was indoors doing who knows what, springs into action. But cutting out all of the running and jumping that Mario presumably did to get his way over here, we get to see Bowser descend into his castle, and Mario arrives on the scene. Thankfully, Bowser is a very courteous host and opens the door for us. So this is where you're going to get a first taste of the controls. This is definitely a very introductory segment. So you walk in through this, and this first room kind of gives you the opportunity to get used to the isometric controls. You cannot leave once you're in because you have to finish the job, man. You got the boss doors from Super Mario World, and Mario feels good to control, even though moving in this world kind of feels weird. Now you might think, as playing a Mario game, you might want to jump on enemies, but that doesn't really make a difference. There are no first strikes in this game like there are in most Mario RPGs. You cannot hit an enemy going into battle, it just goes into battle. However, there are still action commands, or rather they began with action commands, in this game called timed hits. Now we're going to run past these guys because in the opening sequence of the game there is no experience, so we're just going to rush on ahead and try to save the day, but we will get cornered and forced into a battle with 4 Terrapins. These are Koopa Troopas wearing helmets, basically. I don't know why they don't just call them Koopa Troopas. And of course timed hits work the other way, but they're kind of weird in this game. You more have to line up the button press with the sound effect than you do with the animation. So you gotta wait to hear the oomp in order to do your attack. Mario also has special moves. He can jump. This is the only Mario RPG where Mario's jump isn't a default ability. Oh god, they're chasing me. It is in fact his special move, and his attacks, his standard attacks are punches and all various other kinds of things we're gonna see. Things get precarious though as the bridge falls out behind us and we enter into this ominous chamber with teeth on the floor. I don't know. Got some parallax scrolling there. By the way, this is a good time to mention this game is going to have voice acting, so if that's not your thing, then it's probably it's a good time to go. Don't let Bowser bruise you, Mario!
Mario, prepare yourself for the great beyond!
It's good to bring back the Bowser and Peach voices from Superstar Saga. I missed them. So, as you can see, I kind of spoiled that you can attack the chamber. That's fine, whatever. If you go with Bowser, which I'm going to show off a bit of, you can have a straight-up duel with him with this great remix of the Bowser battle theme from Super Mario Bros. 3. This is one of my favorite renditions of that track. Peach struggles above for the duration, and she's like, Mario, the chain! Aim for the chain! That is not the Peach voice that I gave her. Whatever. So yeah, but I'm gonna try and throw down with the Bowser for a bit, just to kind of show off what happens if you do. You can of course jump for massive damage at this point. Mario later on though is more of your standard attacker most of the time, and jumping for specific occasions. He can kind of go any way. That's his ability. Mario, the chain! Yeah, the chain. But I'm not aiming for the chain until I finish what I'm doing with Bowser here. I'm gonna punch him again, and after a few hits, he's like,
what a joke! Put some muscle into it!
So this is kind of the moment where the game kind of reveals if you try to keep fighting Bowser, you can't win in a straight-up fight. And this is kind of a cool callback to all the other Mario games where you can never beat Bowser with just your sheer muscle. You're always supposed to beat Bowser in subversive ways, and Mario RPG is no different. So we're going to do as Peach says and jump on the chain somehow, and a clean hit.
What was that sound? No! It's a chain reaction! Hang on, King Clink.
We did it!
Coming, Mario?
Fight, Mario! Fight! And I'm not sure exactly what Peach means because Mario just kind of rolls around and nearly falls off.
This should finish you!
And Mario is dead. This is actually an extremely cinematic and very engaging opening, to say Bowser's face. Bowser's sad face is the best face in this whole game.
Waha! Did you think I was just gonna give her to ya? You're always in my way. This is it. I'm gonna take you out, Mario. Funga! Foiled again!
And bye, Bowser. You will be missed.
Oh, Mario, you had me so worried. Let's get out of here. Shriek! Mario, I'm going to fall.
And upon the completion of the standard Mario narrative, a sword comes in from the sky, interrupts the action, and brings in the opening for Super Mario RPG. And eventually the title goes away and it rains stars from the heavens. Presumably the 7 stars. I mean, there's no real fooling you. Mario gets flung through the sky. That's a great wavy effect.
Hey, Mario. Lots of people use something called a door to go in and out of their houses. Anyway, I came by to pick up Toadstool since she's a bit late.
Toad, get out of my house. And Mario is hung from the thing, and he's going to suffocate and die. Nah, you can jump off. But yeah, that's more indication that this game's strength is going to be in its silly writing. So we're gonna jump on the bed for a little bit of fun there, and notice that the chimney is right above Mario's bed. That's fantastic. So yeah, first things first, we're gonna get out of our house, our pipe house, not just Mario's house, it's pipe house, and see what's the deal with Toad.
Hey, I thought the princess was here with you, Mario. So where is she? Mario, what's with the silent treatment? You're not telling me something. It's Bowser again, isn't it? Oh no, here we go again. Mario, would you please bring her back like you always do?
I like how at this point it's not even a big deal, it's just kind of a formality. It's just like, oh, Bowser kidnapped her again, just go.
Mario, you're forgetting something. Come with me and I'll show you. Before you start off, it's best to jump on these boxes and save as often as possible. In case of an emergency, you can always start over from the last place you saved.
So yeah, this is a nice little tutorial, and he's also telling you
If you're tired, just turn off the fungi light for a snooze.
So yeah, you can heal in this game by turning off the light that looks like a mushroom and heal. But for now, we're gonna save on these 2 files that I originally did before the recording failed, so we're gonna do that. And we're gonna leave Mario's pad, as it were. Nice little introduction to the save points for Mario players who aren't used to save points, I guess. And if we go right next door, we can see that Mario lives right next door to Bowser, which, you know, actually kind of makes sense. Just kind of makes his job a lot easier. Oh, hi, Sword.
Halt! Who goes there? A trespasser. This castle now belongs to us, the Smithy Gang. It's our first step towards taking over this world. And if it weren't for nosy characters like you, we'd practically own this world. So let's see you deal with this!
And he does what Bowser should have done a long time ago. I mean, Bowser flies around. He never uses his own bridge. He just cut Mario out of the picture entirely. It kind of makes it really feel like Bowser's in on this whole thing. Like he's in on the kidnappings, that is, not in on the sword, unless he is. I mean, well, you know. You probably are familiar with this game, or at least with the concept, but if not, well, you'll see the ride that we are in store for. I'm gonna try not to pretend I don't know things, or try to be like, oh, what's that, like I normally used to. Toad, what are you doing in my house? Well, whatever Toad wants, we're not gonna find out right now, because we are going to be stopping right about here, because it has been a few minutes, and I'm sorry, I know this was just like kind of opening stuff and very basic tutorial things, but we don't want these videos to get too long, I think, so I'm gonna stop there. So if you want to see more of Super Mario RPG, then I just hope to see somebody in the next one. Bye-bye!